Yo, what's going on guys, it's Aaron here and welcome to a brand new video on chaoszeronightmare. Now, I recently just finished making stuff for a video and this game is coming out tomorrow as the time of me recording this, so I hope everyone's as excited as I am. Now, I'll be talking about post JP stream that they just had, so to give you guys a quick rundown or a TLDR version of what they announced on their side. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. And I already posted this on my Discord, so if you're not in my Discord already, make sure to join in my description below. But as you can see from here, these are all the things you'll be getting. So game launch bonuses and rewards. You'll be getting 200 pulls in total at launch, as they said. You get 155 limited pulls from events, etc., along with 45 permanent pulls. And you got a free 4-star character and 300 premium currency from developer themselves. It was 800 on JP, but suddenly on Gold they announced it was 300, which I'll get into that later. Now, 4-star character is from the pre-registration, so you'll be able to get more from there. And let's talk about the banners real quick. So the rated up banners will be about Haru, which is a very strong character from what I've seen. And the thing you need to know about this game is the max pity for this game is 70, and although the character rate ups have 50-50, but the pity is somewhat forgiving, you can to say the least. But the partner banners, or I would say it might be like similar to a weapon itself, is also 70 max pity, but instead of 50-50 it is 100% guaranteed. And I did quote unquote said maybe similar to weapons because I'm not sure, but we'll have to see when the time comes. And permanent banner, same thing. 70, every 70 guarantees a 5-star, or within 70. At 300 pulls, you'll be able to get a selector for a permanent banner character. Now, for the dupes in this game, what they do is you unlock those special L2Ds for the character cards that you own. Now, character cards is not something you need to gacha for. It's basically inside of the character itself, which the cards that you use to play. So before you get the dupes, it's like stale. There's no L2D whatsoever, but when you unlock the dupes of the character, you'll be able to unlock the L2D for the cards and also enhance stats, etc. Now, are dupes a must-have? It's not clear as to what I've seen, but again, I'm just looking at from face value right now. It's not known, but I'm pretty sure it matters less. Of course, I might be wrong when the game comes out, but we'll have to see. So yeah, I hope you guys are gonna join me on my live stream tomorrow in 11 AM GMT +8 in the morning, so we can experience everything together. Now, unless you want your favorite character all fancy, which means unlocking everything L2D, then by all means go ahead and max them out. But we'll talk about the way of getting the dupes later as well. Now, for the game modes that you can get or on release is the normal roguelike. In general, it varies from a lot of events and story stages. It's similar to Morning Man's, where everything is roguelike, of course, since it's a roguelike game, so I don't have to talk much about that. But there will be a limited time unlock for character trauma stories. Now, these type of stories, they have special side stories for each of the character in the game, and basically talking about their past trauma or past stories leading them up until now for who they are. And of course, you do get currency by clearing them. And for this particular game mode, you get to experience the set characters trauma stories for free, and pretty sure they are max as well, so you can decide if you want to pull for them or not. And also, it's not just limited to characters that you own, it's also available for the limited time characters as well. So for example, if Haru is rated up, you'll be able to play through her story even without owning her, just to get the extra currency itself. Now, for the permanent game mode, it's one of the things that you probably already seen. It's called Galactic Calamity. It's, I believe the video that we saw, the limit is 8,000 of the event currency, but you do get a lot of materials and pull currency from it, along with character dupe shards. Now, this is a way for you to earn character duplication shards, so you don't even have to pull as much. As long as you just keep playing the game, you'll be able to get the dupes as well. Like, you have to get slowly though. You need to get the shards, and I believe you need 300 to get another copy for the character, but as long as you play the game, you'll be pretty much set to get multiple characters that you want, or the dupes that you really want, for example your favorite characters. Now, let's talk about the latest news coming from the developer themselves. It's right here. So let's talk about this. Okay, so they at first they're gonna introduce themselves. Of course, Kim Hyung-suk is the developer for chaoszeronightmare, and let's see. After a long journey development, I am thrilled to finally present chaoszeronightmare to you. From the start, our goal was to create a unique and deeply immersive gameplay experience, something you will not find in other games. Now, this is true, however, when you look at the gameplay, it is very immersive. The background for the battlefield, everything is very nice. Now, we wanted the journey of surviving in a desolate world together with characters you grow attached to become a lasting memory for every player, alright? Throughout the limited playtest, we received an incredible amount of feedback, support, encouragement, and honest critique. Thanks to your insight, our team was able to grow, refine the game's quality, and define the direction for future updates. I would like to sincerely thank you all once again. Among all the feedback we received, one recurring theme stood out, and I would like to share how our development team is responding to it. Many players felt that the game's story progression was lighter than expected and there wasn't enough content to truly explore each character's story. We're making this our top priority for improvement. At the type of official launch, you'll be able to experience Trauma Code, a multi-ending story feature for each character. This is the trauma story that I mentioned about. It is designed to let players uncover characters' hidden traumas and personal stories, allowing for a deeper emotional connection with them. For the launch version, the Renoa episode and the new character Haru episode will be available first. Additional Trauma Code stories for other characters will be released in future updates, so please look forward to them. Alright, now looking at this is in fact one of the ways for us to get currency, so you can say it's like a event seasonal thing. So every new event or every new update will be able to get more trauma stories and eventually more pulls as well. It's a very good thing to add, and for people that wants to read their favorite characters' backstories, this will be a good event for them. Now let's move on to the next one. We're also working on messenger stories and excursion stories, which highlight each character's more personal side. Although these will not be available immediately at launch, we plan to release the completed stories for each character as soon as possible in sequence. Through these stories, you'll be able to discover new sides of the characters presented through animated events. So this is an example. Yes, like I don't know if this counts as a dating thing or whatever, but you are able to go on experience the stories with the characters that are that picked, or that is the current story basically. Looks pretty nice. As for the main story, it will gradually lead you to uncover darker and more unsettling truths as the narrative progresses. Starting from chapter 6, we are preparing new developments that will further highlight each character's depth and charm. Which means at launch, the maximum chapter or the final chapter for launch is chapter 6, I suppose. Wait, I think so? Or the end is chapter 5, but we're not sure. We're just gonna assume it's chapter 6. We'll continue to put our full effort into expanding the world and enhancing the appeal of its characters. Even now, with the official launch just around the corner, I find myself filled with worry. Have our choices and design decisions have been the right ones? Will our sincerity truly reach the players? Now, in this case, right, as long as the gacha system is kind of fair and the gameplay is fun, I think the game will survive. The most important part, however, for gacha game is of course the gacha aspect. It really determines how greedy a company can be, and to be honest, TLDR has that issue. I haven't addressed it in another video. I kind of want to contradict my first video that I made on the monthly card and the battle pass. Anything outside of them, it's very bad when it comes to gacha, so yeah. But let's go back onto the topic. At the same time, I also feel a deep sense of hope and anticipation knowing that we will be building the world of chaoszeronightmare together with all of you. From this point onward, I believe that your experiences and voices will become the final pieces that complete the world of CZN. We are always listening closely to the feedback you share to the community with every update. We will continue to share our development direction alongside your voices. On October 22nd, 2025, chaoszeronightmare will officially launch worldwide. To everyone who has waited patiently, and to those joining us at the beginning of this new journey, I offer my heartfelt thanks. So you do get additional 500, never mind, I take that back what I said. So we get 800. So 500 is for director's gift and 300 is for the special reward that the game gives. So we get an extra 800, which is very, very nice here. Appreciate the developers giving us like around, what is this, 5 pulls I guess? Not really 5, but like 800 is like, yeah, maybe 5 pulls around that. Yep. Okay. Now this is the other part. So this is the pre-launch celebration gift. You get the extra 300. So in total you get 800 from here. Now let's take a look at Haru's kit. which I won't be able to zoom in on the separate image because it's so small. So Haru is Justice element and is a striker. And let's talk about her mechanics here. And I already translated this on stream, so if you haven't been to my stream earlier, Anchor Shot is part of her card and becomes more powerful each time it's used, and you can maximize the effect by pairing it with Anchor Point, which moves Anchor Shot to your hand. So basically you use this skill first, or one of these, to unlock this set skill right here, and afterwards it will be enhanced. So at the start already, this looks very promising and very OP. Upon reaching the maximum stacks, you can use the Quick Lift card to increase the damage further. So Quick Lift is, I'm pretty sure it's this card right here. And Anchor Point is probably either, I think it's this, since Quick Lift is probably this one. So Anchor Point, you use this afterwards, and you'll get the Anchor Shot right to your hand, and you'll be able to use it immediately. So afterwards, after it's maximized, you can use this immediately to get the cards again. So the first point of the mechanic, the Quick Lift card increases both cost and damage. This is only for the downside early on, okay? So when you're using this, it's a double-edged sword. You increase the cost, but also increase the damage. Now, second point, to use Anchor Shot multiple times in battle, try cycling 2 cards for faster draws or keep Anchor Point in your hand. Basically, it wants you to throw cheap cards away to get the cards back into your hand. It works as how you might imagine it. You just throw 0 cost 1 cards out, the card will come back to your hand immediately. And the third point, the Power Charge card can handle multiple enemies, but it's more effective against single targets. Now, Power Charge is an AoE card, but when you only use it on single target enemies, it is more stronger. So from the stream earlier, from the JP stream, it is very, very effective, and it is absolutely insane. Alright, now moving on to the third one. This is the synergy ones for each element. So we have Justice and Celestial here. So this Justice will increase the overall stat and attack. The second one, synergy with Celestial. So she in particular is also a very strong Celestial unit. Make sure to grab her if you want. And also this one has card cost reduction and faster deck cycling. This one utilizes more on Celestial decks and have Justice alone as the main DPS. Now each and every team here also resolves or surrounds on Haru being the main DPS, of course. And these two, she, a healer, can cycle through her cards very fast, so she can cycle her own strong cards very fast as well. Now both of these have action point gain, means you can immediately use one of their cards and get action point again to use Haru's enhanced skill, which is very, very powerful. And with all that being said, I hope everyone is excited for the game's release as I do. I hope the game will be very fun for everyone else, and I hope there's no more drama of whatever that is. In a sense, I hope this does not disappoint us like what do you call it? Stellar Sora, yeah. I hope this doesn't disappoint us like Stellar Sora. I'm sorry if I stuttered a bit because I haven't eaten dinner. I had to rush back home after doing my errands and to watch the JP stream to give you guys a TLDR of what's happening. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on my live stream. I'll schedule after I finish recording this video, so you'll be able to see it on my YouTube channel as well. So yeah, have a good day guys. See you guys tomorrow on the first day global launch of Chaos Zero Nightmare.